Hola, hola, hola. Muy buenos días. Espero que esté bien el día de hoy. Muy buenos días. ¿Qué más pues? Bueno, aquí estamos de nuevo. Otro episodio o otra clase. Yes, yes, yes. So, here we are. Once again, another class, another Sunday morning Spanish. And if you can see the title, you should be able to know what this subject matter is going to be about today. I have a few things noted down here that I want to discuss and go over. Different types of Spanish. Uh, also, La Ropa. And what else do we have listed here? Different types of Spanish, La Ropa, and my first phrases. So let's talk about my first phrases. What you want to get used to doing is learning phrases, learning word groups, not simply building a bunch of vocabulary with flashcards because they don't help you. If you don't know how to connect them in a sentence, you won't know how to understand. To speed up your learning process, learn word groups, learn phrases, recognize word patterns. And that's what we're going to go over today. Okay. Also, clothing. Everybody get dressed. Everybody puts on clothes. Everybody takes off clothes and different types of articles of clothing. All right. And also, we'll be talking about the overwhelming question. Always. As a matter of fact, I just had this question in a WhatsApp chat group the other day. Someone said, would it be best for me to learn Central American Spanish or would it be best for me to learn Castilian Spanish? So, this is a question that gets asked often, and let's hopefully we can put it to rest now. Castilian Spanish is Central American Spanish. It is what we call in the Western world Spanish, Espanol. The real name for it is Castellano. Castellano, see. Not like you really need it to know, but just some information I want to give you. All right, so why do I say it's the same? Because it would be as if someone from Boston, Massachusetts, someone from London, England, and someone from Mobile, Alabama had a conversation. What English are they speaking? They're speaking English with their regional dialect, right? Mhm. Me, I've lived in different parts of my country and different countries around the world. So when it comes to different types of Spanish, it's just this simple. The only time it's going to really make a difference is when they're using local words or local phrases that may be made up around that area. So you're not going to know it until you get there. So you can partner with someone from that area that you plan on going to learn local words and phrases, or you can just learn Spanish and you'll be able to communicate with basically everyone in the Spanish speaking world. So I've lived in three different Latin American countries and I got my base, my beginning, my start in the Dominican Republic with Spanish. Currently, I got my strength and my foundation, and I am in Colombia. Well, not currently in Colombia, I'm currently in Panama, the beautiful city of Panama, La Ciudad de Panama. And I say this, the Spanish around here that I speak in Colombia, Dominican Republic, and in Panama, it's all the same with just a few different accents and a few different phrases or words. I'll show you. So one day I was in Ecuador and I asked, ¿Tiene una? Tapping it here in the phrases. ¿Tienes un pitillo? Anybody know what that means? ¿Tienes un pitillo? So in Colombia, they'll say yes, sí, and they'll give me one. Or, ¿me regalas un pitillo, por favor? ¿Me regalas un pitillo, por favor? I said that phrase in Ecuador, and they said, "¿Qué es pitillo?" So I had to make the gesture, pitillo, pitillo, para la bebida, pitillo, pitillo. Anybody know what that is? Pitillo, pitillo, para la bebida, para tomar la bebida, un pitillo. And she said to me, aha, it is. So here we are. Give me 1 second here. Responding to an email here. All right, all right. So she said, aha, ¿quieres un sorbete? This was in Ecuador, sorbete. So in Colombia, we say pitillo. In Ecuador, they say sorbete. And in Panama, they say, I learned this the other day because I was at a restaurant and I asked for one. I asked for pitillo, and she said, pitillo, ¿qué es eso? And I had to make the gesture once again. And she said, carrizo, carrizo. Carrizo. Anybody know what that means? Those three words mean? In Panama, el carrizo. In Ecuador, el sorbete. And in Colombia, el pitillo. So that means straw. Like I said, I started my Spanish learning experience in the Dominican Republic. I got my foundation, my strength, and my vast wealth of knowledge in Colombia. However, there's different phrases, different parts of the world. However, it didn't not because I started speaking Spanish in the Dominican Republic and got strengthened in Colombia, it did not allow me to be able to communicate with different Spanish speaking countries around the world. It just taught me that there are expansions as far as then depending on where you say, people say things different, but they still understand each other. So the question is, should you learn Mexican Spanish, Colombian Spanish, or Castilian Spanish, or Central American Spanish? It really doesn't matter. You can choose someone who has a neutral accent, which would be best. That way you can better understand them. And that's it. It really doesn't matter. Let's go over a few more phrases that may be different in different countries. Let's see. In Dominican Republic, of course, if you have experience going there, they like to say que lo que. Colombia, dice, no pues. People, they say que onda. And maybe in other parts of Central America, they may say que onda as well. Que onda, way. Onda, way. Excuse me if I spell some of this stuff wrong because I'm not familiar with different. Only Spanish I'm familiar with is Colombian and Dominican Spanish. However, if I misspell something, you get the point. The sound is more important than the spelling because no one's walking around with a closed caption beneath them, able to read what people are saying. So that's why I always say you have to focus on the sound. Yes, yes. All right. So let's see. Also, uh, let's see. Maracuya, maracuya, chinola, passion fruit. Dominican Republic, they say jugo de chinola. In Colombia and other South American countries, they say maracuyá, jugo de maracuyá, maracuyá en agua, maracuyá sin azúcar. Okay? All right. So those are just a few differences, nothing big to worry about what type of Spanish you should learn. Just get out there and start learning it. All right, all right, all right. So that's the next topic. Now, also remember, I'll be teaching with, and I have a few documents. If you want to get some of these documents, send me a message on the chat or send me a message, leave a comment on the video or email me so you can get the documents and request the documents from the specific class that you watched, okay? So send me an email to my email address and request the documents that you've watched for the class, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so now let's get into it. Let's see here. I'm not too familiar with the StreamYard platform, so I am going to go ahead and try to share my screen, and hopefully it turns out well. Remember, send me an email so you can get a copy of the documents that I use for teaching the class if there's documents for that class, okay? If I say there's documents for that class, send me an email so you can get a copy. All right, so this class I'm going to be doing Sunday mornings. This is 11 Eastern Standard Time, 10 Central Time. I'm on different time zones sometimes, so that's why I say I'm in both. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Can I share? All right, so let's share screen. Go to Windows. All right, yes, we can share like that. Good, great. All right, so here you have it. Sharing the screen, as you can see, mis primeras frases. Mis primeras frases, okay? All right. So we learn together. We will learn to put together a few more phrases, okay? Vocabulario. Take a list at the vocabulario aquí. And again, if you're not watching the live or if you watch the replay, you can pause the video and jot down and practice the vocabulary. But this is the vocabulary we're going to be using for this session, okay? All right, está bien, listo. I'm going to go with the pronunciation because no matter what anyone tells you, pronunciation is important. Remember, there's no closed caption to read. So stop focusing on too much reading and writing and doing more speaking. Remember, there are only 5 vowel sounds in Spanish. We don't have long vowel sounds. They're all short vowel sounds. By that, I mean it's only A, E, I, O, U. There is no A. There's no U. No. U. No. We don't say USAR. We say USAR. Okay? We don't say United States or Estados Unidos. No, we say Estados Unidos. Okay? All right. Here we are. Algo. Comer. Contigo. Hacer. Necesito, necesitas. Quiero, quieres. Tengo que, tienes que. So I have, you have. And this is when you have to do something. So it's not when you possess something like tengo mi celular. I have my cell phone. That's how you say tengo mi celular. But if I have to teach, tengo que enseñar. Tengo que enseñar. I've made a video about that. Make sure you watch that, okay? If it's an obligation, you cannot forget que. I mean, you can, but then you'll start to sound weird. People will look at you strange. Just don't tell them you learned in my class. Okay, venir a la tienda. Beber, beber. Conmigo, conmigo. Hablar, hablar. Ir, ir. Remember, la H es muda. I don't say hablar. It's hablar. Okay? Puedo, I can. Puedes, you can. Okay, this is an irregular verb, so irregular verb conjugation. Go ahead and make sure you know that verb conjugations. They're important, okay? Salir, to go out, to exit, to leave sometimes. Salir, salir. Tomar, tomar. This means to drink, or it can mean to take. Let me put that in there. To drink or can to take. So, tomar. ¿Qué quiere tomar? Me gustaría tener un vaso de agua, por favor. So, what would you like to drink? Or what do you want to drink? I would like to have a glass of water, please. Okay. Tomar. To drink or to take. A ver, a ver. Y entonces, here we are. Make this chart up or email me the copy, and here you have it. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on two verb combination phrases, and we're going to use a preposition. So you see the position. It's very simple. Necesito beber algo. Look at this. Necesito beber algo. And what's that mean? Necesito beber algo. Let's see what we got here. Necesito beber algo. I'm not going to tell you what they mean. You can figure it out. You got to do some of the work. Okay? So this is a way to set up briefly your first phrases, okay? And then it helps you to understand the structure of the language and speaking. Necesito beber algo. Necesito beber algo. Okay. A ver, listo. Entonces, quiero hacer algo. Quiero hacer algo. What's that mean? Dime qué quiere decir. ¿Qué significa? Quiero hacer algo. So this is how you should be practicing and learning new phrases. Quiero hacer algo. ¿Puedes hablar contigo? Oh, qué pena. ¿Puedo hablar contigo? ¿Puedo hablar contigo? ¿Puedo hablar contigo? ¿Puedo hablar contigo? Disculpa, qué pena. ¿Puedo hablar contigo? ¿Mm? Necesitas hablar conmigo. Necesitas hablar conmigo. Necesitas hablar conmigo. Necesitas hablar conmigo ahora. Sí, sí, sí. All right, so let me scroll down here and you can see more examples. Here we have it, more examples. Necesito beber algo. ¿Puedes salir conmigo? You go out with me. ¿Puedes salir conmigo? Quiero ir contigo. I want to go with you. Quiero ir contigo. Tienes que hacer algo. You have to do something. Tienes que hacer algo. You have to do something. All right. So let's go ahead and look at a little practice. How do you say to the? To the. If you want to put in there. Necesito ir a la tienda. ¿Sí? A la tienda. Of course, you know what that means. A la tienda. But let's take a look at something here. If I say, I need to go, or quiero ir al parque. Quiero ir al parque. Quiero ir al parque. Quiero ir a la playa. Okay? Quiero ir a la playa. Quiero ir a la playa. So, what happened there? If we look at quiero ir al parque, you'll say, hey, wait, I thought it was supposed to be quiero ir a el parque. Well, there are only two contractions in Spanish. Only two. See how easy that is to learn? Only two contractions. When A is in front of el, it becomes al, as we see here. Quiero ir al parque. The other contraction is de in front of el, it becomes el. Mhm. So you see that in a phrase like del río, which means of the river. Del río, of the river. Huh? If it was de la tienda, it means from the store. You see, only two contractions exist in español. A ver. Y entonces, del or de can mean from or of, okay? But in context, you don't get confused. Listo. So early class, I changed the time, so not too many people are going to be looking into the live. However, you'll catch it later. Watch the broadcast, the rebroadcast, okay? Excellent. So now, your practice and your homework will be to tiene que crear al menos 20 oraciones y combinaciones diferentes. So use these to create 20 different combinations. Okay? Necesito, necesitas, and you have uno, dos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 multiplicado por 8 is 16. See how easy it is? It is very easy to create 20 phrases alone with just necesito and necesitas. De hecho, vamos a hacer algo. Mira, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ok, en vez de 20, vamos a decir 8. 80, qué pena, 80. So it's very easy. You'll do that and you'll be able to create 80 combinaciones diferentes muy rápido. ¿Listo? A ver. Remember, email me so you can get a copy of the document. A ver. Guess we won't have any questions. No one's here right now. I know I changed the time to earlier, so people are going to have to get used to the early time. And then we will go ahead and take a look at it. There we go. Ok. A ver. ¿Dónde estamos aquí? Ok, siguiente. Y ahora vamos a hablar sobre la ropa. La ropa. Notice, I always say la ropa. La ropa. We never say las ropas. No, always la ropa. One of those words that stay singular forever. Always. If you want to buy new clothes, you say quiero comprar ropa nueva. It doesn't matter if it's plural or not. In Spanish, it's always singular. In English, it can be plural or singular. A ver. Y entonces, déjame compartir otra vez este documento con ustedes Aquí tenemos la ropa. And again, it's a big vocabulary. This is going to take you maybe 2 weeks to master this vocabulary. So take a look at it here. We never say las ropas. No. Siempre la ropa. Sí. Vocabulario. We'll use this vocabulario aquí today in our exercise and session. So, like I said, email me and I'll send you a copy of this document. Okay. Vocabulario. Vamos a pronunciar las palabras. ¿Listo? El abrigo, la camisa, la corbata, la gorra, los pantalones, el sombrero, el vestido, Notice it's not vestido. There's no sound in Spanish. It's more like the b sound. Unfortunately, those two letters share the same sound. El vestido. Las zapatillas deportivas. Las zapatillas deportivas. El botón. La camiseta. La correa. Los jeans. So in Colombia, they say los jeans. I'm not sure what they call them in other countries, but it's easy to find out. Just point to it and say, ¿cuál es el nombre de eso? Or, ¿cómo se llama? Los pantalones. And they'll be able to tell you. Probably everywhere they say jeans. La ropa. Notice singular, even though in English it's plural. Los tenis. Tennis shoes. Los zapatos. La bufanda. El chaleco. La falda. Las medias. Here's a word that's different in España. I think they say calcetines, but in South America, they say las medias. Here's another word, depending on the part of Colombia you're in or country. Some people say el saco, la chaqueta. El saco, la chaqueta. El traje. ¿Listo? We have a different list of styles. Estilo. Chillona. Loud and flashy. Elegante. Informal. That's not informal. No. Informal. Discreta. It's not discreta. It's discreta. Recuerda que la H es muda. We pronounce this one hortera. Sofisticada. And we have verbs associated with it. Ponerse la ropa. Vestirse. Ponerse la ropa. So, to put on one's clothes. Let's take a look at that. We're looking at something new here when we see the thing after the verb poner, the se part. So the se means it's a reflexive verb. In this case, ponerse la ropa, put on one's clothes. Let's see how we conjugate that. That would be, we can't forget our pronouns. Well, you can, once you get more comfortable in advance, you can say, me pongo la ropa, but you still have to conjugate the verb. Yo me pongo la ropa. How that works? Yo me pongo la ropa. What does that mean? I me pongo la ropa. Mhm. Let's look at how that works. Tú te pones la ropa. Ella se pone la ropa. Ella se pone la ropa. Hmm? Then we have nosotros nos ponemos la ropa. And since I don't speak to too many people from España, I don't use vosotros form, but it's just a matter of a different verb ending conjugation, no big deal. Then we have ellos, ellas, ustedes se ponen la ropa. Okay? Ellos, ellas, ustedes se ponen la ropa. And of course, you know what that means. They put on their clothes, we put on our clothes. So the thing we're looking at new here is the part after the verb poner, ponerse. That's the reflexive pronoun. I also did a video on reflexive pronoun and reflexive verbs. Take a look at that. Uh, one more time, let's just refresh so we know. We have the reflexive pronoun for yo is me. Tú, él, ella, usted, se. Okay? Nosotros, nos. Okay? Ellos, ellas, ustedes, se. Okay? All right, there we have it. Didn't come out like I wanted it, so I'll just have to send it individually like next time. Okay? Excelente, excelente, excelente. So we have a few more. Vestirse, that's an irregular verb. So let's go ahead and let's see. Should I review that? Yeah, what time? Okay. So we can go ahead and review that. Now notice vestirse means to get dressed, right? To get dressed. To get dressed. Where am I at here? Vestirse means to get dressed. So in this part, in this reflexive verb, the get is represented by the se, but it's easy. So me visto. What's that mean? Yo me visto. What does that mean? Yo me visto. Yo me visto. What does that mean? Okay, that's in it. So that's in it. Yo me visto. What's that mean? I get dressed. Mm-hmm. Tú te vistas. qué pena. Tú te vistes, tú te vistes, tú te vistes. Tú te vistes. Well, basically, let me show you how that works. If you want to say you get dressed, the get is represented by the reflexive pronoun part. You don't say do. Let's see, how do you say get? Consigues vestido. That doesn't make sense. No tiene sentido. So never say tú consigues vestido. No. You say tú te vistes. If you want to say you get dressed. Tú te vistes. And of course, we have él se viste. That means, tell me, he gets dressed. Nosotros, nos. And of course, with nosotros, you have to remember most verbs go back to regular. Nosotros nos vestimos, meaning we get dressed. A ver, listo. Perfecto, perfecto. Y los niños, how do you say the children get dressed? The children get dressed. How do you say that? The children get dressed. Okay. Los niños se visten. Los niños se visten. All right, all right, all right. So as you can see, vestirse is not only reflexive, but it's irregular. Yo me visto, tú te vistes, él, ella, usted se viste, nosotros nos vestimos, ellos, ellas, ustedes se visten. ¿Listo? Ajá. And here we have a few more other examples. ¿Qué lleva puesto? What are you wearing? Ajá. Te estoy buscando. ¿Qué lleva puesto? Me llevo una camisa, una playera de Colombia. Me llevo una playera de Colombia. I am wearing a jersey, a Colombian jersey. Okay. Estoy vestido con. I am dressed in. Estoy vestido con pantalones, jeans y zapatos negros con una camisa con botones. What did I say? I'm not going to type it. I want you to try to figure that one out. And as you can see, we have more vocabulary. Let me scroll down here so you can see the bottom of the page. And what I want you to do is I want you to work on practicing and asking questions and creating phrases. For example, if someone says, "Oh, I'll meet you somewhere," and you say, "What are you wearing?" And you can say, llevo puesto una camisa blanca. Llevo puesto una camisa blanca. What is she wearing? Let's see. Ella lleva puesta. So, to be wearing. Okay. That's another phrase we can develop out there. To be wearing. So you don't want to say estoy, whatever. No, you just say, you look at the verb, which is llevar puesto, meaning to be wearing. Llevar puesto. So I am wearing, you can see, llevo puesto. You are wearing would be, see if you can guess. You have to conjugate that verb. You are wearing. How do you say that? Llevas puesto. We are wearing. our jerseys? How do you say we are wearing our jerseys? How do you say that? We are wearing our jerseys. Llevamos puesto nuestras playeras. Llevamos puesto nuestras playeras. We are wearing our jerseys. Let's see here. Did we say that one already? I think I have that. Yes, Jones. Yeah, we have this here. We have this here twice, so we don't need that. And I have a few practice questions I want you to answer. 15 practice questions. So I'll go ahead and give you a chance, a moment here to answer these questions. And I think that will be about it for today. And like I said, you can pause the video. What I'll do here is so you can get used to the correct pronunciation. I'll read the questions out loud for you and you can answer those questions. All right? ¿Qué tú llevas puesto? ¿Qué ella lleva puesto? ¿Qué ellos llevan puesto? ¿Qué llevas puesto mañana? ¿Qué llevas para la fiesta? ¿Cuál es tu camisa favorita? And we want detalles. Give me details. You have the vocabulary to describe tu camisa favorita. ¿Qué quieres llevar puesto? ¿Cuál es tu par de zapatos favorito? En el invierno, ¿llevas puesto un abrigo y una bufanda? ¿Llevas puesto un abrigo y una bufanda? ¿Qué llevas puesto para ir al trabajo? ¿Qué llevas puesto para ir al gimnasio? ¿Qué llevas puesto para una entrevista? ¿Qué llevas puesto para los fines de semana? ¿Cuándo es la última vez llevaste puesto un traje? ¿Cuándo es la última vez llevaste puesto un vestido? ¿Cuál es tu estilo favorito de ropa? ¿Cuál es tu estilo favorito de ropa? All right. So this, we can go ahead and wrap up for today. You have some homework to do, and I want you to practice. It's very important that you practice. Okay? I want to thank you. If you didn't watch the live, thank you for tuning in and catching the review. Again, I'm going to start doing the classes in the Sunday morning. Okay? Great. Please like, subscribe, share, and also leave a comment. Engage so I can answer your questions. You have to travel to South America or any Spanish-speaking country, and you have the resources to be comfortable in communicating with the people. Okay? Conectando culturas a través del lenguaje, creando solidaridad. Gracias.